a proposed bylaw that could limit where demonstrations are held. It's been in the works for over a year now, and council is set to discuss it when they meet next week. But some residents and councillors are concerned that it'll infringe on their charter rights. Dale Manukduk takes a closer look.
Happy birthday, dear Charter.
On the 43rd birthday of Canada's Charter of Rights and Freedoms, a group of demonstrators gathered in Nathan Phillips Square looking to protect their freedom of assembly.
Of course, nobody should be subject to hate or intimidation, but we already have laws in Canada to address these things.
Following Hamas's attack on Israel in 2023, there's been hundreds of protests in the city, including around hospitals, places of worship, and cultural centers.
Protesters have come up to the doors, blocked the entrances.
Councillor James Pasternak is one of the leading voices advocating for the bylaw. No details are in place for what council will ultimately vote on, but Pasternak would like to see protections for what he calls vulnerable institutions, a sort of bubble zone from protests like ones quickly passed in Brampton and Vaughan.
It doesn't affect the charter right of freedom of peaceful assembly. All it does is move people back from doorways and from blocking entrances to institutions such as abortion clinics, frontline healthcare workers, or places of worship.
But there are others on council who have serious concerns about a bylaw that could keep demonstrators anywhere from 50 to 150 meters away from those types of places, particularly in a dense city like Toronto.
That is what makes our country so great.
Take, for example, last month's Canadian Solidarity rally at Nathan Phillips. Under a bubble zone bylaw, it might not be permitted because of the daycare inside City Hall.
All the maps that I've seen that show, where there's spaces where there isn't, a child care center or a school or a place of worship, or they just don't exist.
All the places that people have the right to freedom of expression, even if you don't like what they're saying. That's the basis of our democracy and our charter here in Canada.
Attending the rally were some labor unions, healthcare workers, lawyers, and academics.
The police have the complete authority.
The director of TMU's Center for Free Expression says there are already laws in place for police to enforce if a protest becomes violent.
Assemblies, by definition, are disruptive. That is, they occupy space, they make noise, and that's what's protected. But a bylaw is no useful solution and probably unconstitutional.
Happy Charter Day!
Council will discuss the proposed bylaw when they meet next week. Dale Manukduk, CBC News, Toronto.
Representation